I want to make something clear right fast. Right now, right here. You might notice I'm wearing the same shirt in a couple of these videos, probably about the next 3 or 4. I finished a lot of things in the past, like, 2 days. And I want to talk about them now when they're in my head and they're fresh. And I kind of promised myself that anything I finish, that series-wise, big-wise, you know, I should talk about. And, you know, make a video on. And there's a few that I've watched and I just didn't make a video on. And, yeah. But the reason why I don't want to always show you these things is because they're going to be in the next update, right? So I don't want to spoil what the update's going to be. But some of you don't watch these, or some of you do watch these and you don't watch the update, so it's very confusing to do. But I did finally get more Naruto. Season 2, box set Volume 1, contains over 10 hours of Naruto, Shonen Jump's Naruto. I've actually recorded this review before, and I was totally out of it when I recorded it, because I called it Shippuden. But, yes, this is actually the continuing of Naruto, and you know what? It wasn't bad. If you don't know, I reviewed actually box set 1 and 2 of Season 1, so you can go watch those, and you can see what I thought about it. But in Season 2 is when they do the training for the I could say things wrong, I could get things mixed up. For the Chonin exam, like the final, like Chonin battle kind of thing where they have the tournament fight and they can become Chonins. And, yeah, the first half of this box set is basically Naruto training so he won't die within 3 seconds of the Chonin fight, because he, if you don't know from the last box set, we figured out is going to be fighting Neji. Next thing I might get names wrong too, so woohoo! But yeah, he's supposed to go fight Neji, and it was supposed to be Neji, Naruto, Sasuke, Gaara, girl who has a fan, and the guy who does shadow clones. I don't remember people's names. So yeah, but before we get anywhere else, I should tell you this. I watch this show in sub. If you don't know my other reviews, I mostly watch things in dub because sub, I don't know. I don't speak Japanese, you know, so it'd be good to hear it in my own language. But Naruto's one of those exceptions where it hurts. There's voices that hurt. Some voices are good, but some are bad. But let's get to the actual thing. So, in this, we have Naruto. He's training, and he trains with this pervert dude who arrives on a giant frog. We actually see that in the last box set. And we're like, who the hell is this guy? And Naruto wants to be trained by this guy. He doesn't even know who he is. And it basically ends up, this guy, we figure out, is quite important. He is some sage dude who got some really cool powers and stuff. And he teaches Naruto a few tricks. But before he does that, we find out that Naruto has a seal on him. We already know about there's seal on Naruto, but the one seal that actually contains his chakra, so it doesn't actually go out of control, he breaks that seal. So all those times when he was having trouble climbing trees or walking on water, it wasn't because he sucks, it's because his chakra wasn't actually enabled, you could say. So he couldn't do things, and right when it was enabled, you know, like when he could do things, he's like a super dude. He like doubled or tripled in strength, which is fine and dandy for a 12-year-old kid to do. Now, this sage dude that we know as the pervert, also, well, we do know his name. I think they mentioned it once, but I don't remember. He also kicks Naruto off a cliff so he could summon a giant frog. Now, throughout the thing, when he was teaching him how to do this frog summon, he would summon tadpoles or a baby frog, you know, little things. But when he kicks him off the cliff and he shoves him down, he summons the top master frog. And, yes, Naruto tries to, for an entire episode, tame this giant master frog, who speaks English, naturally, because he's a frog. And they become more closer as two, and very fast approaching after all this training, we get to the fights, which are okay. The Neji Naruto fight was a lot of showing some backstory with Hinata and backstory for Neji, and then Naruto just doing Naruto's thing. Nothing too special. Nothing like the Rock Lee versus Gaara fight, because that fight was cool. And then it moves on to, I can't think of their name. I know one starts with a T, but the girl with the fan and the guy who does the shadow clones. But it goes to that fight, which was kind of a cool fight. We get to actually see that he's not totally useless. He's not the idiot that we're supposed to think he is. Which, you know, that was nice and all. And then it gets to the Sasuke versus Gaara fight. Sasuke arrived late. Sasuke didn't show up until the last minute with Kakashi. And Sasuke's hair is now longer for some reason, and he's wearing a new outfit for some reason. And then their fight starts, and it starts normal, and then like all this crazy shit starts happening with Gaara, and he like goes into a giant ball, and he's like about to kill. Well, they're trying to kill each other, and we find out that Sasuke's learned this new electric ball attack that is Kakashi's main attack, which he learned in that like month period of time, where Naruto just could summon frogs, but he can summon electric ball or railguns, which whatever. And then during their fight, it gets cut off. These giant snakes appear. These sound ninjas and sand ninjas start attacking everybody, making everyone either sleep or literally just slaughtering everybody in the middle of the fight. And then Gaara and his two teammates run off, and we're like, what the fuck's going on? Then we find out that the Hokage, I don't know what the Sand Hokage, it's like Konohage, it's a different name. We find out that that isn't actually Gaara's father, like that isn't actually the Sand Hokage, it's actually Orochimaru. And where the Hokages, the Leaf Hokage and this Hokage actually are sitting, it's like on top of a kind of like a mini tower, and he makes a giant summon wall so no one can go in, no one can go out, and that's just Orochimaru versus the third Hokage, the old guy. And while that's happening, we have Naruto, Naruto, Sakura, and the Shadow Clone, or Shadow Possession guy, chasing Sasuke, because Sasuke is chasing Gaara and his teammates, because he's gonna kill the bitch. Because we find out that the Sand Village are like being evil. Now, in my opinion, I don't know if the Sand Village has been tricked by Orochimaru yet. It kind of looks like it is, but at the same time, Gaara's a bad guy, it seems. And then we get the confrontation with, I think I've missed something. I feel like I've missed something, but we get the confrontation with Sasuke, finally, after there's a few fights and some cool stuff that goes around, but it's mostly a lot of running. We finally get the confrontation with Sasuke and Gaara. And then we get the Gaara backstory, which is basically Naruto's backstory, except Naruto didn't find any friends? Or no, what if Naruto didn't find any friends and was alone forever, and with sand powers? So of course, like, instead of finding friends, he just turned evil, and we find out that he has a beast in him. Now I figured out what beast it was as a joke. I was watching my little brother, who's already caught up to the manga and the anime, but I figured out what his creature thing is. I'm not going to say it here, because why? It's not the review of the future. But, yeah, from there, basically, there's that whole going on. There's a fight with them. Naruto does show up eventually, but I'm not going to actually talk about that, because that's when the box set nearly ends and gets really good. And you got to watch it for something. I don't want to tell you everything. But, while all that was happening, the chase and everything, the fight between the third Hokage, I could be that wrong, and Orochimaru starts, and Orochimaru summons the first and second Hokage. We find out that he can do death summons, which is fan-frickin-tastic, But, to fight the third Hokage, so the third Hokage's got to basically fight his friends, and all this stuff happens. I'm not going to say too much, but it gets to the point of where it is quite literally going to be to the death battle, where they're both not getting out alive. One of them will die, and it's pretty obvious which one it's going to be. I'm not going to talk about it here because why would I spoil that? That's a giant spoiler. And yeah, this box set had a lot of cool action. It had about three main cool fights. This ends with a huge fight that's going to happen. And yeah, Season 2 actually, like, it has a giant war in it, which is pretty cool. And Season 1 of Naruto was pretty slow, but it was introducing characters and showing you why you should like certain characters, why certain ones are bad, their strength, their moves, all that stuff. And then this Season 2 is basically going to start a mini war and show you who is good and who's evil, kind of thing. Which was cool. I shouldn't say, I will be, well, again, this, I will be watching box set 2 of Season 2. Maybe if I just move my chair a little bit. Oh, there's a sneak peek of all the stuff I got this month. We're not even done the month yet. So if you want to pause and take a look, you might be able to see some stuff I got. But I will be doing an update at the end of the month. If you want to see that, go subscribe to the channel. That will be probably one of the more recent videos I will be helping out. Is all the stuff I got this month. And just so you know, there's a little bit of Naruto stuff in there. But some guy's hammering outside my door. Before I end this, I actually want to say, if you live in Canada, almost all of the original series of Naruto, except for the filler, is $15 on Amazon. Maybe you should pick some up if you like Naruto. And if you don't, whatever. And if you want to try it, try it. So far, this is the best of Naruto that's been, and I will be watching the next one. I think I'm going to take a break, but I will be watching the next one. And if you want me to review the next box set, comment below. If you want me to review anything, really, there's a lot of stuff here. Just tell me, and we'll talk. And, yeah. Thanks for watching.